Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It's Danny Elliott. Thank you for watching today. Please hit the like button. So we got some breaking news from Florida. Ron DeSantis came out a couple days ago. He said, we are gonna eliminate the property tax in the state of Florida. You know what happened, right? The media said, no, you can't do that. There's no way. You can't. How are we gonna pay for all of the kickbacks? How are we going to pay to fund all of our spending, all of our stealing that goes on in the state legislatures? And you know the realtors were right behind them, telling you how it's not going to work, telling you how the trash is not going to get picked up, the trains aren't going to run on time. Let's just listen to this because this is pretty good.
Subject their citizens to higher taxes, such as higher property taxes, to pay for these spending habits. And these property taxes, it's like you buy a home, you buy land, maybe you buy the home outright, but maybe you pay off a mortgage over 30 years. And then, okay, you've paid off the mortgage, you bought the land, you've been taxed many times. It's like, is it your property or not? Just for being on your property, you got to write a check to the government every year. So you're basically paying rent to the government to live on your own property. And our homestead exemption is not strong enough to help these folks because the property gets assessed so high. And that's the thing. If you buy a home for $300,000 and there's certain tax, well, then what? 10 years later, they say it's worth $700,000. And so And they said, there's homestead stuff that helps protect you to a certain extent, but you're paying more. And a lot of people can't afford that. So I think that that's a big issue. And I know we're going to be really looking at ways to bring people relief from that, because I think it's been really something that's pinching a lot of homeowners, particularly
senior citizens. Seniors can't just go out and get a job, bro. How come you don't make enough money? Why don't you just go out there and make some more money? We need to keep monetizing this debt. So, you need to go get a better salary. Just keep on inflating the asset price so that we can keep inflating the property tax assessments so that we can keep increasing the revenue to the government. And, I don't understand why more people aren't supporting this. There's so many people in the comment sections all across YouTube saying, oh, well, he's running again, I guess. Oh, this will never work. Oh, the sales tax will have to go sky high. Who pays the property taxes, guys? You think the rich pay the property taxes? Hell no. The poor pay the property taxes. Because the poor are all the renters, right? So when the property tax goes up, the rent goes up. I don't know why people can't get their head around this. People don't seem to notice that all of the holding costs of real estate are baked into their rent. They just say oh, it's the evil landlords, man. It's the corporations, bro. Yeah, I think we should stop letting Wall Street buy all the real estate. But if you're a foreign corporation, or if you're an oligarch, right, from Russia, if you're a rich Chinese guy and you want to come over here and buy a bunch of $300,000 houses in Florida, you're welcome in. You got a bunch of cash, just buy all the houses, pay cash, And that's why, the average family can't buy real estate right now, because they're competing against these foreigners who are buying all the real estate in the United States. But let's just think about the sales tax, because do the poor spend a lot of money? Do the poor go out and buy yachts and supercars, and do they take vacations to the beach resort or the country club? Do they, do they play golf? Do they have waiters coming down to their cabanas and saying, "Oh, can I bring you a martini? Would you like to see our brunch menu?" No, I don't think so, guys. The poor don't spend a lot of money. The poor are basically trying to survive. And so a consumption tax is going to impact the wealthy, the most. But why? So why is everyone in the media and all the real estate agents fighting back against this? Why are they carrying the water for the 1% in this country? I mean, you would think that like average real estate agents who haven't sold a house in 3 years would be trying to bring down the overall cost of owning a home in the United States, but no, they're all out there saying this will never work. What are we gonna do? We can't cut government spending. No, don't do that. You know, that's what they're doing right now. And I'm just gonna be the guy out there saying, yes, we need to cut government spending. Yes, Ron is right. Why can't we just go to the Florida legislature and say, all right, you guys got to come up with a new budget and you got to cut 20% right off the top. You got to stop these kickback schemes, all your phony baloney social programs, you know, whatever you're doing, any of your greenwashing nonsense bullshit that you guys are spending our tax dollars on is coming to an end right now. And we're going to try to make housing affordable in Florida, right? But no, nobody wants to say that. I mean, it's all this fear mongering. What about the children? We need more money for our government schools. What will we do? First of all, the schools are an epic failure in this country. It's not about education. It's about feeding the education industrial complex, okay? The schools suck in the United States. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. This is the realest take. The schools are horrible. Putting the schools aside, putting all of the other, nonsense the government steals our money and spends it on aside. I mean, a consumption tax is going to impact the wealthy. It's going to get the people at the country club. It's going to get the people at the Ritz-Carlton, the people sitting in their cabanas in Naples at the beach resort. It's going to get the people in the high-rises in Brickell, It's going to go after the people that have the money to pay for the government, to pay for all these services that they enjoy. They live in the best neighborhoods, so those people can afford it. Why not let the wealthy pay their fair share? Or the people that want to talk to you about how the rich don't pay enough money. Now they're standing up for the rich. Now they're saying, oh, we can't do away with the property taxes. We got to keep the system exactly the way it is. We got to make sure we soak all these tenants, The tenants think that government is good, that government is serving them so well, and it's a great system because the landlords don't have to deal with it because they pass the property tax on to all of the occupants. As a real estate investor, I want lower taxes. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a big corporate landlord. I want lower taxes because I want my tenants to have a better quality of life. I want people to be able to afford the rent. I want people to be able to take a vacation, take their spouse out for a nice dinner once in a while. I want them to be able to go to a sporting event with their kids, their family, whatever, But nobody agrees with me. The tenants that live in the rentals, they always vote for more government. They always vote for the property owners to increase their rent because as soon as they increase the level of government, what do you think happens? The property tax goes up. The bigger the government is, the easier it is to steal from us, right? If you cut government, it's easier to keep an eye on it because it's a lot smaller. When you got government reaching all over the place, stealing from everybody and, putting it all in their pocket, it's harder to watch them. You got to have more eyes on them. But, people don't understand that. But I think this is a wonderful proposal down in the free state of Florida. It's a great proposal. We should abolish the property tax in Florida. I think it would make the economy in the state take off. I think there'd be so many people interested in coming back. People that moved out recently, they went back home. They moved back to the Northeast or California or the Midwest. For those of you on the West Coast where I live, everybody on the West Coast is from the Midwest. Everybody on the East Coast is from the Northeast. That seems to be the way it is. I'm the only one from New England that moved to the West Coast. I like the Gulf of America. I love the Emerald Coast. I love the beautiful beaches with that lovely emerald green tinted water and those white powder sugar sands, okay? I don't like red tide. Miami's not really my style. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We're going to abolish the property tax in Florida, guys. And, you know, if you disagree, if you like your government big, fat, and bloated, leave me a comment too. But I appreciate you watching today. I'm going to have more videos for you. We're going to talk real estate. But thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I'm Danny Elliott.